Hi class, this is teacher Nicole. So now we are in unit 1.1 and the topic of our lesson will be about movies. So before we start the actual lesson, I would like to teach you first a synonym of the word movies. But first, do you know what is a synonym? So synonym is a word or phrase that means exactly or nearly the same as the other word or another phrase. So we say movies or sometimes we call it films. So don't get confused if you see movies or films. They are both the same. Let's proceed now to the main topic of the lesson. Now let's answer the question, what are the different movie genres? We have number one, the comedy films. So, what is a comedy film? It is a story that tells about a series of funny or comical events intended to make the audience laugh. Or, for short, these are movies that are very funny that you always just smile and laugh all throughout. Here are examples of comedy movies. So, I think this one is in Thai, right? Duk Dum Dui, and then we have Grown Ups and Mr. Bean. Number two, we have the drama films. So, what are drama films? These are serious presentations or stories with settings or life situations that portray realistic characters in conflict with either themselves, others, or forces of nature. So, again, these are examples of drama movies. We have Titanic, Heart Attack. I know this is in Thai. And The Die Tomorrow. This is also a Thai director. Number three, we have the romantic movies or the genre romance. So, what are romantic films or romance films? These are love stories that center on passion, emotion, and the romantic affectionate involvement of the main characters. For easier explanation, these are the love stories. Now, here are examples. I Fine, Thank You, Love You, The Vow, it's a American movie, and Friend Zone. So that's also in Thai. Number four, we have the horror films. So what are horror films? Is one that seeks to elicit fear in its audience for entertainment purposes. For short, these movies helps you or makes you being scared for ghosts, for monsters, for anything that is so scary. So here are examples of horror movies. We have The Shutter, The La La Land, and The Conjuring, where there are a lot more, like Annabelle. Number five. Okay, we have the action films. What are action films? So these are films with a fast-moving plot, usually containing scenes of violence. Well, from its word, action, you will mostly see action like fighting. Well, there's sometimes they're killing each other, running so fast, driving so fast. So here are some examples of action movies. We have the Mission Impossible, the Old Guard, and the Fast and Furious. Number six, we have the musical films. Musical film is a film genre in which songs are sang by the characters and sometimes accompanied by dancing. So if you see a movie that the actresses or the actors are singing and dancing, that's already a musical film. Now here are some examples. We have the La La Land, the High School Musical, and The Greatest Showman. Number seven, we have the fantasy movies. So, what are fantasy films? These are films with fantastic themes. They usually have magic, supernatural events, mythology, folklore, or exotic fantasy worlds. So, if you're already seeing another dimension, another place, or it really doesn't happen in real life, those are fantasy films. Here are some examples. We have The Last Airbender, The Harry Potter, The Habit, and a lot more. Number 8, we have the adventure. Okay, so adventure films are a genre of film whose plots feature elements of travel. So mostly these movies are having some adventure. They travel to time, they go to another planet, another place. It's also similar with the fantasy films because this won't happen in real life. Now, here are some examples. We have Journey movie, we have the Indiana Jones and the Dora. I don't know if you know Dora the Explorer. Well, I'm watching that. Next, number 9, we have the crime films or crime movies. So, a crime film is a genre that revolves around the action of a criminal mastermind. So, mostly these are criminal. You will see like how do they kill or they like killing people, mostly about crime. Here are some examples. We have the criminal, the sorority murder, and the American gangster. Next, we have science fiction. So, science fiction films are usually scientific and imaginative, which is visualized through fanciful, imaginative settings with advanced technology, gadgets, or by fantastic special effects. You will see some robots, aliens, some big dinosaurs. These are actually like science fiction films. Here are some examples. We have the Alien, Star Wars, and also the Bird Box is actually a science fiction, but it's also like a thriller or horror. Number 11. Now we have the thriller movies. So thriller film, also known as a suspense movies, is a broad film genre that evokes excitement and suspense in the audience. So it's like these films makes your heart beat so fast. Like you get scared, nervous, like what will happen? So it's not, it's almost going to a horror film, but these ones are more suspense. Here are some examples. So we have the dark movie, The Girl on the Train, and The Pool. And here is the last one. We have the animated films. So I hope you already have an idea what are animated films. So animated films is made up of a series of slightly different drawings of people, animals, and objects that make them appear to move. For an easier explanation, it's better that I will show you an examples or the examples of the animated films. So we have the Raya and the Last Dragon, the Frozen, and of course, Moana. Okay, now let's practice. You need to repeat after me, guys, okay? What is your favorite movie genre? Again, you say that. What is your favorite movie genre? Horror is my favorite genre in films. Repeat that. Horror is my favorite genre in films. How about comedy films or comedy movies? Yes, I do like them too. They make me laugh. Is Frozen a thriller movie or an animated movie? Frozen is an animated film. Okay, guys, so I hope you will be able to practice and check what are the different movie genres that we studied because we will be having the activity afterwards. I will be asking you to answer the Google form. So click the link. Okay, bye now.